What's going on, YouTube? If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to do a closer look into all the big changes in Dcuo since the last time that I played and everything that the game has to offer with all the new expansions. One of the things I noticed right out of the gate is that there's 6 artifacts now and not just 3 like before. When I used to play, there was a maximum of 3 artifacts. So there's double the power, but that also means double the grind for the amount of 6 artifacts. And artifacts are a crazy grind. We're going to get into it here as soon as we're done with the intro. I hope you're charged up because you're now powered by the MMO mainframe.
There is nothing like that. The way you got me feeling, oh mama, just like this feeling. You got me high, adrenaline straight to the ceiling.
Now, when I say 6 artifacts, there's 5 artifact slots on the bottom of your screen like you saw in the intro. But DC also has an artifact at endgame for each expansion that is a part of your armor, which is usually one piece of the gear that you have to level up and turn into an artifact. The good old classic Dcuo grind. You know we gotta love the Dcuo grind. There's more artifacts, so there's more of a grind. A big change to the game also is that a lot of the new artifacts are power specific or role specific, which is very, very new. Before, the artifacts they had were general. You could play them on any class or power. They might not be good, but you could still put them on the class and power. Now they have artifacts that if you're not in tank role, for example, you can't even buy it because you're not a tank power. Or if you're not a healer power, you can't even buy it because you're not a healer power. So that's pretty dope as well. Now the episodes I missed were everything after the Batman Who Laughs episode, the Death Metal Washington DC, is where the expansion took place, with Barbatos as the boss inside the middle, or the main boss of the expansion. So everything from episode 44 and up is all kind of new to me. Now you are going to want to unlock all the artifacts by going to the Oblivion bar as early as possible and start pumping nth metal into them like right away, like right out of the gate. I was able to get 3 out of the 5 artifacts on my bottom tray to level 80 in just 2 days, doing dailies, duos, and the bounty missions in each expansion of the game. Now for all my new players watching this video, level 80 artifacts are important because once your artifacts are level 80, that's when they turn on and start giving you effects during combat. So you really want to get them to level 80 as soon as possible. Now the max item level for artifacts is going to be 200, but there is a trick to get there the fastest and the cheapest and save yourself some extra dollars. So what you're going to want to do is what most DC players do is they level their artifacts up to 140 naturally in game because it's really a lot easier to level them up to 140 without spending even any money at all, just pumping nth metal into them. Once your artifacts hit 140 though, that's when the artifacts are a lot harder to level up and it takes a lot of nth metal. So a lot of people wait till 140 and then they start paying for the extra nth metal to level up their artifacts, and it's way faster and way cheaper that way. Now when DayBreak is feeling generous, sometimes they do come out with double artifact XP, and when they do come out with it, you better take advantage because it is a easy way to get all your artifacts maxed out for a lot less than what it would cost normally. So most of you are dying to know what changes or what the big changes are that DayBreak made to the game. Well, after playing for a couple days, here's what I found. The number one biggest change that I found that Dcuo made is the expansion style type and the way that it's played. And what I mean by expansion style is instead of giving you free roam and just picking up the story missions when you get into the new expansion, you look around and it looks pretty much the same as all the other Gotham, Metropolis, just a little tinted or just different enemies inside of it, right? It is now more like a story game. Like it completely changed the expansion to fit more of a story game aspect where you interact with each mission separately. And as you complete the missions, then they open up the next part of the expansion for you to play. And in the expansion, as you do the storyline type of quest, you are with the characters from DC Universe. It's not like the other expansions where they open the expansion, you go explore the world by yourself, you do the missions by yourself, you come back and you report to them and you get the source marks. It's not like that. It's like as you go through the mission, Kyle Rayner flies around with you and fights with you throughout the story mission, and then as you go through the new area of Mogo, you unlock different parts that you couldn't see before. It's such a different, it's way more story mode like. It's actually really dope. It's a really nice change to the game. The old school expansion style stops after Apocalyptic to Gotham City, and then as soon as you get to Casnia City at 410 CR item level, then it starts to turn into the story mode line type of expansion style. Now, for all my DC players who are used to turning in the quest after they finish it to get their source marks and gear, don't worry. You get everything as soon as you finish the mission. It instantly goes into your inventory. So when you finish each mission inside of this new storyline version, you don't have to turn it into anybody. It automatically puts the gear and the marks in your inventory. I gotta be honest, I really like the changes to the game. I like this new story mode expansion style. It's a really nice change, especially for us veteran players who get used to just DC only pumping out the same area but just with a different tint in the sky, or with the same enemies but a different storyline. It just gets to a point where you're like, it's a really nice change that they wanted to go a different avenue with the new expansions that they've had. The past couple new expansions are all very story mode like, which is really nice. It is a really nice change to the game. I do like that it makes you appreciate the storyline more. It makes you spend more time focusing on the storyline of what's going on in the expansion, so you could really feel like you're a part of the Dcuo storyline. Now, I haven't done any alerts or like raids, any of the queue up stuff inside of the quick play, like you're on duty. That's just because when you don't have max skill points or high skill points and you don't have max artifacts, it's virtually impossible to play endgame content. Not virtually impossible. It is impossible to play endgame content without full artifacts, or at least 160 artifacts and at least 200 skill points. You need to play endgame content. Without that, you're not doing any damage or you're getting completely wiped right away. For all my returning and new players, slow your roll. I know you want to hop right into the action, but the best way to get the fastest CR max up, the most skill points, and get the strongest you can and upgrade your artifacts is to do duos, dailies, and bounties in other expansions so you can get all of the gear the fastest way possible. Doing that will get you a lot of source marks to upgrade your artifacts quickly. It'll give you pieces of gear that'll make your CR item level go up. And on top of that, you'll unlock a lot of feats along the way, so you'll be getting all three of the major things you need to make your character more powerful. I've been having a blast returning to DC after 3 years not playing. Really, it's like home. It really is. I mean, and it's got a new feel with the way the story expansions are. It makes it feel like a whole new game, which is pretty dope. Now, before I end the video, I just want to let you guys know that Dcuo Marketplace has 2 new codes that are active right now as this video is dropping. It's going to be Superman 26 and Heat Vision. Drop those right into the marketplace redeem code and you will get some prizes. What's your favorite change to Dcuo in the past couple years? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you all for watching the video. I'll have a link down below to all of my socials for my Twitch and my YouTube where I've been streaming. So hit that notify bell so you're notified every time I go live. Thank you all so much for the love that you show to the channel. It's absolutely crazy. We are on the road to 250 subscribers. At the time of this video, we have 229 subscribers. I hope you're charged up because you're now powered by the MMO mainframe, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, y'all.
There is nothing like that. The way you got me feeling, oh mama, just like this feeling. You got me high, adrenaline straight to the ceiling.